In this town, you can either be Maya Angelou or Maya Ange-who. Now let me ask you, son, which one are you?
His name was Nebraska John, and he came from River Street, Nebraska, with a blonde, crew-cut and round farm boy face, with big blue eyes that turned gray when the sun got in them, like they weren't even there, and when he looked at you with them, neither were you, and he showed up at the door looking for Fat Jackson, saying he was sent here by him to duel a man in poetry named Dylan, saying, "I hear this boy carries a switchblade every third verse, and got a monster dragon of a tongue coming down the street quick and big as a hustler's wrinkles." And a big fat man with a big fat smile said,
"Well, son, I'll be Fat Jackson, and I got some news for you. Ain't no way you'd be ready to go at it with Zinnerman. You were supposed to fight Billy Collins, but he left the circuit to go teach seminar on the internet. And Dylan's tied up in selling whiskey right now, so you're gonna have to fight Patty Durstein from Northampton, Pennsylvania, who's assembled a half-hope-to-be poem for her 9th grade creative writing class homework."
And Nebraska John got a look in his eyes that said kill, and his words said just about the same thing, saying, "Now I know you all must be joking, and I hope for your sake you are, because I didn't come here to fight no grade school, write a book report on roses are red, violets are blue, my first poem, get a star on the top of your paper, little girl." And Fat Jackson said,
"As a matter of fact, boy, we are joking. We doing nothing but joking, because that's what you do when somebody's a joke. And you, son, most certainly are. You and whatever rhyme scheme you came fixing to pull down here. So I suggest you take your little print-on-demand ass out the door and march it on back to Nebraska and start mixing metaphors with somebody your own size."
Fat Jackson started cackling even more, this time like a big fat crow, with his bodyguards laughing along too, in the leather brown and brass office, and smoke, and then continued,
"You see, we read your crap, boy, from River Street, or wherever the hell it was, and it stunk so bad, we thought it was a book full of scratch and sniff stickers. I mean, oh sure, we were impressed by the stories we heard of you doing a pretty little blonde librarian from behind in the men's room stall during library hours on account of you being in some itty-bitty broadside that was on their shelves. But once we got a hold of your full manuscript, we knew you better stay down there in the minors with their minor prizes for first place in a chapbook competition and keep on collecting trading cards of the real stars of Major League Poetry up here."
"See y'all invited me down here as a joke?" Nebraska John steamed.
"Well, we holding a workshop later, and your visit today is the prompt for our writing exercise. So no, we didn't entirely do it as a joke, son."
And they had to carry Nebraska John out the door with his legs and spit and similes and profanities flying everywhere, and threw him down on the ground where he sat in a pile of himself like a crumpled rejection letter. "They didn't let you fight, huh?" said a man in black leather, squatting on the curb down the sidewalk from him. "How do you know that?" Nebraska John was squelching. "I am the Lizard King. I can do anything." "Lizard King? I thought you were supposed to be dead." "I'm not really sure," the Lizard King said. "But how about you fight me?" "Sure," said Nebraska John. "I'm gonna give you a lizard sting." And he did.